Instagram. Today is the day that the NCLEX book goes live up on Amazon. If you go to nursing.com/NCLEX book, you can order it today. And here's what we're doing. Chance, don't look creepy. And if you go and order it today, you get obviously the book. You get a signed copy of the book by myself, by Chance, and by Miriam, the three lead authors of the book. You also get a beautiful sticker sheet. It's got a bunch of really pretty stickers that you can put on your mug. I'll show you an example of this is how you put stickers on mugs. This is Rick and Morty, but you get the idea. And the book is 20% off today only. So normally the sales price is $49, still a good deal, but today you get it for just 39 bucks. Let me show the inside of the book. Look how many pictures it has, and the paper is one of my favorite things. The paper is like super pretty, like photograph paper, really thick. It's not just like that cheap stuff that's going to rip out or fall out. We actually did some drop tests and rip tests just to make sure it was going to be better than, I won't point, better than traditional textbooks.
Gotta say this really quick.
Yeah.
Dang, is John on that keto hype? Looking good, John.
Here, let's get a full body shot. Full body shot. I've lost actually about 43 pounds, mostly from less Dr. Pepper. That tells you how much I was drinking when we were building nursing.com. So the NCLEX book is live today. Chance, what do you want to say? What do you want to share?
So, there's so many cool things. All right, one of my favorite things about the way that the book works is that I know that a lot of people, a lot of you guys who are getting ready to take the NCLEX, you got to make the connections between like all the NCLEX categories and the NCLEX content. So what we did was we figured out a way to make this happen, and it works really well. So if you can see the little symbols, all the little symbols here. Let me show you the symbols. Whoop, where are we at? There we are. So the symbols here are actually all throughout the book. So you'll get them in all the individual content here. And then also, let's go to the NCLEX questions. Let's see.
Hi, Russ.
All right, when you go to the rationales, you can actually see, you see the symbols right there? So the symbols, let's get really close. So the symbols actually help you to make those connections. So that was one of my personal favorite things about the book, was helping you guys to draw those connections in between the content and the test itself, because it's always a little bit of a challenge. So that's one of my favorite things. And also all of the high resolution images, those are so important to understand what you're looking at. So those are some of my favorite things about it.
Let me say one thing I just remembered and I noticed this morning. If you order the book up on Amazon today before noon, you'll get it today. Like, you'll get the book. Can you put it over here, Russ, to shine on our faces? You'll actually get the book today because it's shipping straight from Dallas. So, like, we're pretty close to the warehouse here in Dallas. So if it said if we order in the next 2.5 hours, it'll be here today. It ships Amazon Prime. If you don't have Amazon Prime, get your free student account. Do they still do that?
Yeah, I think so.
They used to do free student accounts. So go get your free account. You can sign up today, free as a student. But if you live in Dallas, Oklahoma, probably anywhere in Texas, you can get this book shipped immediately today, and you'll have it in your arsenal of books.
I have a couple questions.
Before the afternoon. Yeah.
How many cheat sheets are in the book?
147, I think.
Yeah, it was right around 100.
Yeah, so there's about 150 of. Let me find one to show you guys.
Here's one.
Chance has one. So there's about 100 and show it on this one too.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one. So there's about 150 of these, all printed in nice, beautiful color. And let me show you one of my favorite things too. If you look here on the spine, these colors actually match the course colors and the cheat sheet colors. And then you can see, like, here's an example. Here's a OBPEDS cheat sheet. This actually matches our course icon, our course colors, and all of our cheat sheet colors for OBPEDS. So very easily you can recognize that with the cheat sheets, with the courses, and now within the book. That's a little side thing we did there. I thought was pretty cool.
Is there an ebook?
No ebook yet.
Inside the NCLEX package.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want access to a digital version, you do have to be on the NCLEX plan of nursing.com, and it's up there. You can access it there, see the whole thing. But there is not a Kindle version yet. The reason for that is this formatting is so specific. You can see it's multiple column and stuff like that, that we want to spend our time to get the Kindle version right. So it's not just some shitty like scroll through thing. We want it to be valuable on your Kindle when we do that.
Other countries.
So right now it's only available in the U.S., the 50 U.S. states. That's due to like customs and stuff like that with Amazon. The next one we'd probably get to is Canada. But if, again, you can get the digital version if you sign up in any country in the world where you have access to, internet and stuff. So you can see the whole digital version up on the website on nursing.com. But the physical version we can only ship to the U.S. right now. Once we go Kindle, we'll release it in everywhere Kindle's available. Any other questions?
I put the link in here to go to the Amazon listing.
Yeah, so if you want to get the book, that's a good question. You can go to nursing.com/NCLEX book, and then it will link directly to Amazon, so you can get your Amazon Prime shipping and stuff. To everybody who's in another country, we're sorry. Like, we want to have this obviously available everywhere. It's going to be such a helpful resource to anyone. But we got to play by all the rules of everything. So we got to make sure we do things right and everything. So because of that, we're a little limited in releasing it everywhere right now. But again, you can get the PDF version, the digital version, up on nursing.com through the NCLEX plan. So look how pretty. Look how pretty. Can you see that? So super pretty. Grab. Let me. Where's our other copies of our other books?
They're back in.
How many have sold already?
So we've already sold over 3. So the question is, how many have sold already? We've already sold over 300, and we have about 1,000 at Amazon. And then Tim, you want to show that, Pat? So we're going to be shipping all of that to Amazon today too. So there's a good chance we do run out of stock. And again, the $39, the 20% off ends today. So if you are interested in getting this, if you have the $39 available, I would get it today. The price will go up $10 after today, and we are. It's selling way more than I thought. So I thought maybe we'd sell a couple hundred this week. I think we'll sell out of all 2,000 in the next couple days, which means we'll be out of stock for about 20 days as we get our supplier to ship more books. So if you are interested, go ahead and grab it. If not, no worries. So again, it matches all the other books. So look how pretty it looks inside your nursing.com library. If you have any of our other books, it sits right next to it, and it's really pretty, and you can keep them on your bookshelf. And super simple design, but that's what we're about, is keeping it simple, so you can have what you need, not all the other stuff.
Chance.
What's up?
Is this book good for LPN?
So it's a tricky question. So this book is focused on the RN. So NCLEX RN exam. So there are some tricky parts to the differences, and most of the differences are going to lie in delegation and scope of practice. This is a good resource for general concepts. The tricky part is you need to make sure that you're following all of the practical nurse and versus a registered nurse scope of practice and delegation. You have to know those rules. You're going to have to know those rules regardless. The biggest difference is that we want to make sure that you're practicing safe nursing from a practical nurse standpoint versus a registered nurse standpoint.
So yes, you could get it, but make sure you're following the test plan for PN. So let me show you this whole first about 30 pages is all test taking stuff. So it's got a lot of test taking tips and cheat sheets that come from our test taking course, which is a super unique 11-step kind of process for passing nursing exams and the NCLEX. So that's really helpful. A lot of the NCLEX books out there, they have something that explains the NCLEX. We do that in about a page or two because I think that's much less important than understanding how to take tests. So we do have a section that explains the NCLEX, But most of our test taking stuff is spent explaining how to take tests and how to be a better test taker.
Somebody asked about fundamentals. There is a fundamentals.
This whole green section.
Unit 3.
So someone's asking about fundamentals. It looks like the fundamentals section is about 60 pages. And again, so let me tell you guys, this book is about 458 pages. It is exactly 458 pages. That's in comparison to some of the really big name NCLEX books. Their book's about 1,200 or 1,400 pages. So did we cheat you guys out of 1,000 pages?
No.
No. We actually have over 2,000 courses up on our, or lessons up on our nursing.com academy. But when you guys get to NCLEX prep, this isn't the time to relearn everything, right? And that's why in our NCLEX prep course, there's only 367 lessons, and our NCLEX prep book is only 58 pages. This isn't the time to relearn. This is the time to reinforce and find the must-know elements. You can see the font in here is about 12 or 14 point. It's much bigger font. There's space to write notes, and it's very image-based. That's because you guys have learned all this, and to pass NCLEX, you can't relearn everything. You can't relearn that extra 1,000 pages of material. This book is really intended for NCLEX prep, but at the same time, it would also help as you're going through courses to hit those most important points. So rather than giving you 1,000 bullet points and then giving you a little red triangle like some other books do to say, this is what you need to know out of all these bullet points, we gave you what you need to know. So there's no point in us telling you, here's everything, but here's what you need to know. We only gave you what you need to know because that's what you need to know.
So, one of the things I was thinking about is that a lot of people, they go to take the NCLEX, really are curious about pharmacology. So, what we've done in the pharmacology is we've actually taken about the top 100-ish meds and have helped to break those down. So you actually have a pharmacology drug guide at the very last unit. So if you look at the cardiac medications, we discussed diuretics. You've got your lipid-lowering agents, and then you've got all sorts of different classes of drugs. The most common ones we really. So that way you actually you don't have to pull out 3 or 4 books for a reference in terms of pharmacology because we understand the struggles of learning pharmacology. So we put this in here as a reference for you guys. So that way you don't have to spend an extra money for another book, and you just have what you need to know for the drugs that are going to be on the NCLEX and that kind of stuff.
The reason we're looking both directions is we have Instagram over here and then we have Facebook and YouTube over here. So we're trying to talk to everybody at once.
Is there much new content, or are a lot of these pages from the courses on nursing.com?
So a lot of the content from this is driven from the content online. One of the things that we wanted to do was make sure that as we develop content that we're giving you the must-know information. If your instructor is telling you about heart failure and we're telling you about heart failure, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. So a lot of the content is pulled from that, but it's the way that it's organized and making sure that you guys know what you need to know for the NCLEX.
So yeah, this is the courses fuel this book. This book is to have your study guide and companion with you as you go. Yeah, cool. All right, guys. Again, go over to nursing.com/NCLEX book. By ordering today, you get a signed copy. You get free nursing.com stickers that come along with it, and you get it for 20% off the regular price. So, like I said, I haven't checked again, but before we started, we'd already sold about 300. So if you are planning to get a book, an NCLEX book, a prep book, and you've got the extra $40 lying around, I know that's a big ask for nursing students, but this book is beautiful and it's going to help you dramatically. We kept it as cheap as we possibly could to help you guys. We're going to be sending another 1,000 or so to Amazon today, but I anticipate we sell out, and so we'll be calling our publisher today to order another couple thousand. But definitely order today if you're planning on getting it. Nursing.com/NCLEX book. All right, we love you guys. Questions?
Anna?
All right, we love you guys. Happy
Happy
nursing.